So it looks like the officer wrote this guy a ticket because the poles in his car were too long.
Wow. Let me see. What's that? Say that again. I want to get it on video again.
I'm gonna throw it out. It's less than 5 feet. 4.
In all seriousness, why are we writing this in the first place? I can understand if he's got an extension ladder hanging out of a Ford Escort and it darn near decapitates someone. Maybe then, but for this,
that's a cheesy way to write a ticket. Unless it was actually hitting someone's vehicle or it caused a significant inconvenience for other cars and somebody called it in, even then I'm probably just gonna go with a verbal warning.
Personally, I'm not gonna stop somebody for that unless it's egregiously over or definitely over 4 feet.
If you're gonna write a ticket for something like this, don't eyeball it. Because if you're gonna be petty, you better not be wrong.
a great majority of the public does not believe that this is effective police work, is making anyone safer, or serves any real purpose.
Officers, get your proof. If you're gonna write a ticket, you better have proof to back it up.
And then if I believe that object that's out of the truck is long enough, I'm gonna go measure it first. I truly hope that that trooper had other probable cause other than the object sticking out of the bed of the truck.
After the ticket was written, the driver asked the officer to measure, discovered that the driver was actually in compliance with the law, and he tore up the ticket.
To write the person a ticket before he verified that, totally on that trooper. I'm glad he owned it. I'm glad he was dismissing the ticket, but he could have saved a lot of time.
Well, I will say this. At least he showed some moral scruples and retracted that ticket. So I won't talk about that horrible mustache.
But what I really like is the officer not only admitted that he was wrong and fixed it, tore up the ticket, driver asked him to say it again while he got his camera out. Now the officer didn't have to do that, but he knew he was wrong and he owned it.
When the officer realized that he was wrong, he tore up the ticket, which is the right thing to do. If you're a driver in a situation like this and you honestly believe that the officer is factually incorrect, there's nothing wrong with asking the officer to double check.
Let's stop being petty, Van Halen, and let's be better.
We can agree and disagree on whether or not that these are the types of traffic stops that cops should be making. There's a lot of citizens that say yes. Me personally, I'm a no on those. I like to be optimistic. What I really like to focus on in this one is this cop owning his mistake and humbling himself in front of the camera to even say that he screwed up when he tore up the ticket. Kudos to that officer for not doubling down when he knew he screwed up. This one was kind of deep and there's a lot that one could read into this one, so I'm curious what y'all think.